we are on day 4 of the tournament. Everybody, by the way, I should say hello. Welcome to Lone Star Sake&Sumo with Mr. Kizzard and Mr. Backus here.
Heyo.
And I just watched day 4. I was really excited that Wakatakage finally got a win. And he looked pissed off. I don't know if you watched it today, Justin.
Yeah, I might do these during the bus show. Man, Waka Flocka got... I mean, he was always buff, but, like, look at those guns. And Midori Fuji's no punk, man. Yup. Oh, damn. Talk about a follow-up. He completely missed him and still was able to. That's what I'm saying. In practice, just don't overcommit. Don't overcommit. He keeps his center. Ugh. There. And then he reattempted it. That's solid. He knew what he wanted. He just he set it back up and did the exact same move. That's nuts. That's genius.
But like he won, and he like stared down his competitor, who's what's his name?
He fought today. Midori Fuji.
Midori Fuji.
Yeah.
He like stared him down like a mean kind of look, and my brain went, I don't think that's about Midori Fuji. I think that's about
it's his frustration.
Failing his Ozeki run, going 0-3 this tournament. Like, his stuff has not been winning. It wasn't even his style of sumo. He freaking punched and moved and just went brutal on this. I think he was pissed.
It was beautiful. Like, I had commented earlier today where like he was pushing and parrying, and he had missed his initial, like, he had missed what he wanted to do, which he wanted to like slap down, completely missed it because Midori Fuji's hand went straight through his hands, but then reset himself up and then boom, and caught it a second time. On the second try, he did it twice. He missed, reset, and did it again, and that's when he knocked him down. And that just goes to show the precision that he has. And it sucks when you know you're good and you're putting in work and you're just having a bad, a bad tournament or two.
When it happens on a fucking Ozeki run, that had to kill him, man. That had to kill him.
When you miss your shot.
He didn't do it. He has to start all over again, and then start all over again. He starts with an 0-3. Like, and you're gonna face the hardest guys the last week. So it's like, oh no.
You need to start. You need to start. Start good to cover at least one or two of the losses that you're gonna have against the top rankers and stuff.
So that was really brutal, and I brought that up because we are talking today about the Consulates Cup. The Consulates Cup happened last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? No. It was Labor Day weekend.
It feels like last Saturday.
It just happened. I
know.
It was a lot of fun. We were there. We were the Sake&Sumo was announcing when we had other podcasts doing like the YouTube live commentary. We had a great time, and we wanted to review it today. Yes. Oh my gosh. A lot of people competing, and a lot of people showed up to watch.
Yeah.
We've never seen sumo before.
It was completely sold out. I had to actually, once we laid out the chairs, it was sold out the day before. I was getting hit up so many times. Once we laid out the chairs, we tried to see how much more we could maximize the general admission section. And so we were able to add 20 more chairs, and even that sold out. So that, I mean, sumo is growing, and this is amazing. I think we had by far the largest number of competitors in a Texas tournament, and in possibly one, in this, number of competitor wise, I think in the state we did pretty damn solid. It was over 50 competitors. And yeah, it was pretty exciting. 10 to 12, 6-4. I think 10 to 12 youth, 10 women. I posted it. I posted it on
30
Instagram.
something men too.
Yeah. 35 men. 35 men, 10 women, and
I think it was 13 youth, I think.
let's see. I posted it. That's right. And 13 youth. That's right. And we had over 10 American teams represented.
That's impressive.
That was pretty solid.
Even if you get the 4 here in Texas, that's still 6 more. That's really freaking impressive.
Yeah. The other outside of the 4 here in Texas, I mean, we had Iron Goat from up north in Washington. We had Sumo from San Diego. We had Yamamoto Yama from Los Angeles. We had Florida Sumo, Ronin Sumo. We had North Carolina Raijin Sumo, which we'll talk about it, but they murdered.
No, they killed it. They might get bigger soon, in my opinion, because I think they have a cool thing coming up with a YouTube personality that me and a lot of other martial artists love to watch. Oh. I don't want to put more than that out, but if that comes through,
you over here giving secrets away.
I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm just saying if that comes through, that's going to be freaking amazing. In fact, I wish I could go over there because I love the guys they're going to meet. I've been watching him for years, so that'd be fun.
Well, we've been talking about it on this podcast. I mean, we can make a trip out of it. I just need to get over to Ashton, North Carolina.
Asheville. That's where I would need to go to.
Asheville. There it is. And so we can go to the piano bar and we can go to the sake brewery where we can do
and then we have to drive 3 hours to go practice with Rajan because they're at different sides of the states.
Oh,
I talked to him about it. He says, "Shit, just drive down. Well, freaking, you can stay at our place." And I was like, "Okay, well, maybe we'll do that. We gotta find a way to do it."
We got to make 2 days out of that. Then
we got to make 2 days out of that.
Oof, that'll be a whole weekend. If they have practice on a Sunday, and then we'll get there maybe a Friday night, go do some things with a sake place, daytime, piano bar, evening time, pass out, hope, and then just try to wake up and drive to Keiko.
Go and freaking practice with them, yeah,
and try not to throw up.
So I'm gonna do a little change up here because I think we should start with something a little different because there was something was a little different that we did that other people haven't in Texas done, at least while I've been doing this, and that is youth division.
Mm-hmm.
We had a youth division.
There you go. All right, the grab has begun. The pussy has begun. Jose, oh no! A good effort by Jose, but
I started. If you watch any of the Mighty Eagle stuff, we had 3 youths, and I wanted them to get some competition in, so I text John after talking to John Jocks. And he said that this is what we did. And then I texted Justin, obviously, to see if we can get a youth division in. And he said, yes, let me talk to people around Austin. And we ended up doing 2 age divisions, an under 10 and an over 10. Justin, go ahead with the under 10 and what you thought of the youth division.
So in under 10, we had 7 competitors. And out of that 7 competitors, I think we had 3. We had 2 girls who did not disappoint. We had Miss Willa and we had Daisy. They were in beast mode. Both of them got second. I think Willa got second, who, I mean, had a mean stare. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. And Miss Willa got third, who, I mean, she had some great pushing. But in first place, he was the star of the tournament. This little kid in the neon green. He looked like a giant can of Mountain Dew. And we ended up coining him as Mountain Dew Eric. And I hope to see more of Mountain Dew Eric because he is now a star. And I'm happy that women or girls showed up, busted ass or busted butt. Sorry, I don't mean to cuss for kids, but busted their butts. And it was just great, entertaining. And the fact that there was 7 of them like just made me so happy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was very, very exciting. It's fun to watch the little ones go. And then we had the over 10s, and in the over 10s, we had the 3 guys that Mighty Eagle has
From
been
Mighty
training.
Eagle.
First, I would like to say that if you've watched Grand Sumo Breakdown, they also had a breakdown at Constance Cup. And for some reason, Jake thought this wasn't interesting enough to talk about. I don't know why Jake thought that why would he want to talk about kids? I mean, he talked about the under 10s, but I guess like between 10 and 18, it's not good enough for Jake. That's what I'm thinking.
Dang.
But
Good job, Jake. Good job, Jake.
I mean, we have
well, in the kids over 10, there was 6. So giving a total of 13 youth. So there was the 3 from San Antonio. That was Chris Salazar, the champion, Gabe Salazar. And if you can recognize those last names, I wonder whose kids they are. That would be the Miss USA. Go ahead, Elizabeth Salazar.
Elizabeth Salazar. She's the stepmom of Chris and Gabe.
Yep.
And here's another thing, and I'm 90% sure I'm correct on this. Mountain Dew Eric is the brother of Chris and Gabe as well. Different dads, same mom. So
I wondered because Mountain Dew Eric came up to me later and goes, "Hey, he's like, can I wrestle my brother?" And then he wrestled Gabe, which I was like, wait, I didn't know they were family. So I guess they
are. They're not. He's not a Salazar. Their mom and Chris Salazar, their dad, that's Chris and Gabe.
Okay.
Chris is now married to Elizabeth, and they have another brother through their mom, and that is Mountain Dew Eric. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm 99% sure I'm right on this. And that's awesome. So first and under 10s and first and second and over 10s, we're all in the same family. We're all brothers.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys. Oh my gosh, that's gotta be exciting. We got like new Delatoras coming up in America. In a few more years, they're gonna be the new Delatoras.
Yeah. I hope he keeps the name Mountain Dew Eric, because that was awesome.
Great.
And also right there, I think in the semifinals, fighting for third place, also from San Antonio, was Vinny High.
Yeah, he tied for third.
Stepson of
Austin
Justin.
In the playoffs.
Yeah. He lost it to Elias.
Elias was pretty cool because he was really small. It was like watching Justin Kizzard out there wrestling those big guys, going like, that's fine. I don't mind them much smaller than the rest of y'all.
Yeah. Mighty Mouse. Yum.
But yeah, he beat Vinny, who was our third guy, Vinny High. They're excited. Ever since then, they came to practice last night and they were like, let's go. And I'm very pumped up about that.
That's good. I was wondering about the follow-up after the tournament. So that actually kind of pumped them up.
Those 3. I mean, we were hoping to bring in more kids, both in Austin and San Antonio. That hasn't happened yet. But at least those 3 got more excited about sumo.
Well, I will say for next year, JJ has already said he's bringing a youth group.
Yeah, and I already am going to try my hardest to get a youth group for the Mighty Eagle Team Tournament next year in February. Yay. So we have at least 2 tournaments that have the youth division. We're going to work it. We're not just working women in Texas. We're going to work youth. We're going to build sumo as a whole. It's going to happen. But yes, so Chris Salazar won undefeated. I want to bring him up because if I can get him to nationals, he's qualifying for worlds, and I'm very excited about it because if you watch him, his technique is coming so fast.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
To teach him and him going, okay, so I hit with my forehead, not the top of my head. You have no idea how hard that is to convince them to hit here. In football and in sumo, you got to hit here to keep your spine straight. Don't hit here on the top of the head. He got it. Bam. Hey, you need to keep your feet wide and slide around. He does it. Bam. Gets low. Feet goes down. It's so freaking awesome to talk to some kid and just have him just get it like that. And that's what he does. So I'm excited about it.
That's the age to get it. I mean, seriously, because then it becomes all of those little form issues become second nature, and they become insane beasts. I mean, we say it all the time, but look, the prime example. Look at pretty much any Eastern European country right now. I mean, they've got like 20 kids in a program. I mean, it's nuts. So they got a whole crop of kids, whereas most of us all started over 30, and
almost all of us started when we stopped doing another sport. Another
exactly.
martial art or different sport. That's when we started.
So if this is your main sport, and by the time you reach 18, and I mean, it's insane. It's scary insane. So I'm like, please, everyone, keep looking out for Mr. Chris Salazar, because I think 2023, nobody knows yet when Nationals is.
Nope.
That is no fault of any club's own, USSF. Yeah. And we also don't know where Worlds is going to be that year. I have been keeping up with the Polish team, and they have Worlds for 2024.
That makes sense, because they were supposed to have it both in 2020 and 2021, and it fell through both years because of COVID.
Yep. So they have confirmed as of this week that they are the 2024 Nationals. I don't know where Nationals is this year, next year. My only guess, because I believe that Russia was supposed to be 2024, so that's not happening because of their shit. But I could only guess. I would love if, Brazil, Venezuela are kind of like controversial countries right now, just their governments. I mean, we love them as teams, but it's anyone's guess. Like maybe somewhere in the Middle East, like maybe like Iran, or maybe, but see, even that's kind of scary, because like I wouldn't feel comfortable with our ladies rolling over there. But
yeah, the combat games, the World Combat Games is next year, and that's in Saudi Arabia. And I know
women have
a lot of martial arts, because that's all combat sports, and that's a lot of women in martial arts are like Saudi Arabia.
Nah.
So I get that one too.
Yeah.
So
no. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to lightweight men.
Okay.
Like we said earlier, we were announcing, and so Justin wasn't competing in lightweights men this year, but
I was itching.
The best lightweights besides Justin, the best lightweights in the world, and I mean the world, in the nation, were there at Consulate Cup, and that was exciting.
Yeah. And at shoot, you've got guys like Edibo and Trent Sable, who Trent Sable has been one of the best in the world, getting silver twice. And you've got, but I mean, competition has ramped up these days. You got JJ, you've got and Edibo, who to me, I'm gonna keep preaching it. That kid is probably one of the best lightweights America is gonna have for a while.
Yeah, and I want to preach it too, that I said this 1,000 times. I'll say it again. Chad New was there, and Chad is one of the best. You don't notice because he had to win nationals and stuff, but
it's when it counts. You gotta.
I understand that, but he is still, in my opinion, the top 5.
He's great. Yeah.
Like
I mean, he's my student.
Yeah. you got Justin over here. You got JJ. You got Trent. You got Edibo, and at number 5, I'm still putting Chad. I am. He's that good. He top just 5. Take that step to start beating those 4 I just named. That's where he is. All the other lightweights he's got.
That's just true.
Take a step to get those 4 people I just named.
That's true.
That's where he is now. He is that good. I just want to give him notice because, guys, he's good. Because I've wrestled him times in practice. He exhausts me. He is so hard to beat. He never runs out of batteries. No, it's never does.
Uncanny,
So we had to. We're gonna go on to the top 3 of this. Oh wait, let me talk about Corey Morrison first, because I loved, ever since he dropped the lightweight, I've been loving his style of sumo. He runs style of sumo, for those who don't know, and he dropped down the lightweight where his. I always say it's not even Oshi style. It's very much Suri style. It's very much thrusting first.
Yeah.
That comes in later. It is a series style, a very Abi Ichiyamamoto's kind of style. And it works really well because it's not something lightweights see very often. Most lightweights go straight for belts, straight for holds. And when that happens, they do their thing. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But you can see them get surprised when Corey throws a big right or left arm at him and knocks him up. And it's fun to watch, and that's why I wanted to mention him.
And he had he had a solid journey. I would say that he got lucky not having to face one of those top three in the beginning, but every showing he had was pretty awesome. Fighting Jacob from Houston first, and then moving on through the brackets to fight Matt Shield, who it was his first time from Chicago. Yeah. So he kind of glided through until he hit a brick wall with Edibo, which put him down into the losers bracket or the one, I like to call it the one loss bracket. I don't like to say loser, but which dropped him down.
Brackets?
Which
second chance brackets is kind of nice.
Second chance brackets. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. This is the second. So he moved on to the second chance brackets where he fought Brandon McLeod. Not an easy win, but Brandon's still good. Won. Still won. I remember that match because he won. It was slim. He won by a hair, and I think I said it on the announcement. But he went on to have to face Mr. JJ, which JJ's first loss tripped me out because I just did not see that one coming. Yeah, I was like, oh man. So he had to fight Edibo, lost one, but climbed his way back through the ranks. After Corey and him fought, he moved on, beat Trent Sabo just to jump right back up and have to fight Edibo one more time for second place. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, so we ended up with Trent at third, JJ at second, and Edibo being undefeated gets that gold in the lightweight division. I wasn't surprised by the three people who were the top three. I was a little surprised that Edibo got first. Not because I didn't think it was awesome to begin with, but you're going with a lot more experience with JJ and Trent, and he just out sumoed them.
I mean, he out sumoed all the top ones. You got guys like Joseph Ponsetto, who, he's this twisting edge, unpredictable edge fighter. So Edibo said, screw this belt shit. I mean, and then pulled the same. He studies each one of us, and I love that, and he says that, and so he did the exact same. He pulled the exact same win that I got at in Las Vegas with just a straight Haramafuji style bullet of a Tachiai, and all that twisting and turning. Once both are in, and you're as long as you have your shit stable, and all that twisting and turning ain't going nowhere. Yeah. So
that's
he
why
did
I
it.
tell people keep their feet wide, do the hops at the edge if you can, because that way it's really hard at that point to twist someone out if your feet are wide and you are doing the hops instead of taking big ass steps or smaller steps, even if you're not doing hops.
Yeah. And to Joseph Ponsetto's credit, I think he learned from the Consulates Cup because he went in swinging at the Open, and so he looked impressive. He did not make it to the finals, but he looked like he wanted to try something new. So awesome for him. Trent got manhandled by Edibo twice, actually, at the Consulates and then again at the Open. It was nuts.
I want to go back real quick because I realized when I was doing the top 5 for Chad, I didn't put in Joseph, who's a 2-time national champion. And Joe Ponsetto is very, very good. I would have to see them face off a few times before I make a decision on which one. I'm going to put them in a tie at number 5 because they are both freaking good. And I gotta say Joe's ahead just because he has performed at nationals. And
Chad has performed at nationals, but last year was yeah. I think Chad a lot of us had the mentality of nationals. It being an off year, it was kind of a throwaway. But I don't think even JJ didn't even show up. So we were just there in Salt Lake to have fun. But I think this year is going to really tell because this
Right.
year it counts for. Or I'm sorry,
2023 is going to be a big
2023.
thing because it's
Yeah.
going to be a
People
big.
are super serious. So a win on that one really solidifies, if Joe pulls first place, again, that is going to, you know, solidify some shit for him. Or if Mr. Chad wins, or myself, whatever. I don't know who I don't know who's gonna win, but I know in lightweight,
it's going to make a big dent. I know that.
Everybody's bringing their A game. So, and the guy to beat right now is Mr. Edibo. So
Will he be able to compete at nationals though? Because he is like Airy. He's a permanent resident. He's not a citizen. He's just
that's
like
true.
Airy.
Shit, man. I'd love to talk to him one-on-one and find out what that is and how we can help if he wants that to happen. Because I mean, he's pretty, he's American through and through, but he's, but that it's it would be I don't want to say it's such a waste because who knows if how much of a how much pride he has for Hungary, but God, I just want him. I want him to be an American.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to lightweight women. That was beautiful, by the way. There was 3 competitors. There was supposed to be 5 competitors, but there were 3 because 2 Mighty Eagle girls, 2 of the best in my opinion. Mighty Mouse herself, Jessica Hopper, and Bend 'em like a pretzel Ketzel, who was on the USA team for Worlds this year.
Yeah.
Both got pregnant at the same time.
Yep.
Both out for 10 months to a year now.
Thus ends the Lady Dynasty of San Antonio.
Oh, but we still
for now.
Lightweights.
Yes, we do have Elizabeth.
And she competed along with the 2 Dark Circle girls, Ari and Liesel, and it was much closer. And I'm going to say this to Elizabeth and Ari right now. It was much closer than y'all think it was in y'all's heads. Because both of them came out going, oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, you could see it really started getting to them. It really did start getting to
both of them got to win on Liesel.
Yeah.
Liesel won with 4 wins at gold. Second place was Elizabeth with 3 wins, and Ari was third place with 2 wins when they did their round robin. So straight up, it was close. It was unbelievably close.
Yeah.
When they did both each division. I mean, I don't understand how I can get closer than that.
I mean, it was 2, Liesel got 4 wins and 2 losses. Elizabeth was 1 win away. She was 3-3, and then Ari was 2-4.
Yeah, they're all one win away from each other. That's not a huge difference. That's not a giant. Someone just beat the crap out of everybody.
Well, I will say
hard.
The only Liesel, because I know her training regimen. I mean, she has really made leaps and bounds. She never stopped her training regimen since we got back from Worlds. I know she's, I was kind of getting in a slump right after Worlds where she would have to drag me to class, to our strength and conditioning class. She has just really turned up the strength training and is and has hit her stride. And I hope she keeps that up, and because we got nationals coming, but it's gonna, unless because we don't have Ari for nationals. It's really and then they're gonna be in the the 3rd trimester. And so we've got, unless some unicorn shows up out of nowhere, I mean, it's gonna be Liesel and Elizabeth fighting for nationals.
Girl from Hawaii, Avi actually shows up.
No, Ava is military now. She's probably not coming.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she's not coming. Military. Okay.
We never know when she's going to be deployed back and all that. I doubt it would be amazing, but
that girl Sakai and Chigoji is so gorgeous.
Well, we had her come down the year that I threw nationals. She came and hung out, and we did sand keiko, so that was really cool. That. And the girls really got to see, oh snap, that's good form. Because until Ari, God, Ava was the queen of form. Everything she did was perfect.
Jessica Hopper, Mighty Mouse, is gorgeous in her form. And when she met Avi at Nationals back in 2020, was blown out of the fucking water. It's the only time I've ever seen a lightweight girl really just blow the crap out of Jessica. Yeah. The only time.
Yeah.
Still, most time, I'm not saying other lightweight girls beat her. I'm just saying that most time it's a hard fight, and I was just boom, drove her straight, threw her up, drove her straight out, and you're like, that is not easy to do, Jessica, and she was able to do that, and it was, oh man, she's good. She has a lot of talent. She has a lot of skill. But okay,
so, well, now she's doing her service.
Yes, we're proud. We're happy. Thank you very much.
Let's move on to.
Yeah, we're gonna move on now to the light heavyweight men. So where we were going with where I was going with light heavy is that Jared's been dominating Texas, and not because he's fantastic, but he hasn't had like me and Justin or Chad, those out of state guys coming in and killing it, the California boys and stuff. But this time Jared had Eric come down from North Carolina.
Woo! And talk about another undefeated, like fucking North Carolina. And I kept saying on the mic, I kept saying North Carolina Sumo. I do apologize. You guys are Raijin Sumo.
It is. But they haven't changed their Instagram, so it's kind of hard.
I know.
The top, but the Instagram is still NC Sumo. So
I know, but I know it's Hune, or I kept switching back and forth. Eric Quinn or Hune. I'm like, God damn it, Justin.
And I'm sorry, Eric. I do the same thing. We apologize. We go back and forth
because it's spelled like Hune, but I know that's Hune. I'm gonna say Hune. Anyways, sorry. Also, another apologies. I think on the Grand Sumo, I said. I know that there like the newcomer who got third, his name is Gordon Cooper. He is not from Dallas. He is the very first medal that Shogeki in Houston has ever gotten. And so he is a newcomer from Shogeki. I apologize, Mr. Nicholas Tan, who is there, Oyakata, and he is a proud Oyakata, and he's got these guys. I think he's taken the Oyakata role a lot more serious because I'm watching their feeds, and he's got these guys weight training, and I'm very proud that he has bumped it up. We do a lot of weight training. We do technique, but we also do weight training because without the strength, a lot of the techniques don't land right, and so I'm happy that they're stepping it up, and Houston is really evolving.
I don't think he even goes by Gordon, so I can't remember the name he goes by.
What?
I remember when I was checking people in that day, making sure they had their waivers and everything, he told me something, oh, this is my name, and I couldn't find him. And he said, it's probably under Gordon Cooper then. And then I looked and it wasn't under Gordon Cooper. So I think he goes by his middle name or something. So Houston, put down in the descriptions. I know probably.
Yeah, please
put down what he's called, because I just see Gordon in the thing, and that's what I'm going to call him until I know better. He got lucky.
Seriously.
He even admits it. There was a match between him and Sam the Bull from Dark Circle that was so freaking close that like there was a Monoe. Everybody had a different, like, where you were sitting depending on who won the freaking match. I think it should have been a rematch. It wasn't. It was called Gordon. But either way, when I saw the replay again, I think the call was right. I think,
okay.
Like a half a second before Gordon's shoulder hit, Sam's shoulder hit. Like it was that close.
Wow.
And they called it. So
hats off. And Sammy the Bull, you still did awesome. But I will say, out of anybody looking at the brackets right now, out of anybody, Gordon, aka I don't know your name, Cooper, had the most amount of matches because his first two matches, he went. He had a hard road. That was a well-earned third place. Yeah. Dude had to fight
with Adora.
Yeah,
Adora, or we call her Zan, in Mighty Eagle first tournament, and I've wrestled, Justin's wrestled, not an easy win.
She's strong. She's strong.
Her legs really wide.
And her center of gravity is literally at like the middle of my chest. I'm so short.
So starting off with that is already awesome, and getting a win off of that.
So catching a win, then catching an L from Eric to go down into the what do we call it? The second chance bracket.
Chance rounds.
Yes, and then just had to like claw his way back through Paul Gutierrez and John David, it was his first time for Dark Circle Sumo.
I hope John David keeps it up. He's athletic. You can see he's athletic. He just doesn't know what he's doing right now.
He's country corn-fed strong. That boy's from East Texas. And then he had to claw his way, just squeaked one by with Sam, and then got knocked out by Jared to take third, and Jared moved on to have to fight Eric, and Eric answered the call.
Yeah, Eric answered the call because Eric, and I feel it, Jared. That should be you aiming for right now. You need to aim for Eric in Alabama, Jared Tedlock, because you have so much skill in wrestling.
Get that tachi-eye, sir.
Yeah.
Don't wait for you see how Eric's tachi-eye is. He does a tachi-eye and he's got good mid and end game. You've got superb mid and end game, but they have to catch up off of the tachi-eye.
I agree.
That's it. Completely. That's your last key component, and you would master. So really, and he's an analyzer, so I know that he's probably going to watch his matches, and he will adjust. And I'm happy to see Eric and Jared. I would love to see Jared go to I love you, Eric. You are a beautiful, beautiful man with amazing hair and great skin. But I want to see, you've been on a national team, you've been on the Worlds team. I would love to see Jared get a taste of Worlds this for 2023.
That'd be cool.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But he's still got to beat Alabama too, and I don't know if you've seen his.
Yeah, no shit.
He squatted like 9 times about my one-time max on squat weight the other day, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, buddy.
How strong are you getting, boy?
No, Teruno Fuji strong.
I also want to say with Bob Jarrett is if you've been following us, you know that we had the Texas State Championship. And more than likely, I haven't done the points. Tom hasn't done the final points yet. But more than likely, Jarrett's got it. Because the 3 guys following him, myself, Justin, Chad, none of us medaled at Consulate Cup. He was the only guy who medaled at Consulate Cup. And he already had a 9 to 10 point lead on us at that before that tournament. So there is a good chance that we are not going to be able to catch him unless he doesn't show up and one of us somehow has 10 matches and get a gold or something. I don't see how.
Woohoo! Well,
that's just like in the gold. We're gonna have like 9 or 10 matches too and win them.
That's okay. That's okay. But that just means that we have to lose one.
Well, no, I don't know how he's gonna do that Open though. I don't know how the Texas Open in Houston's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be double elimination or round robin like they did last year, which was fun.
It should, with as many people are expected to go, I don't think they should do round robin. That will last all day.
Oh man, that's too bad because that was a lot of fun.
I know, but
that's just 10 matches. You and I got 11 because we had a playoff.
It's just not logical, I think. But I do know that.
And we don't have all day. We had the whole day to fill.
Yeah, we don't
last year. Now we have 2 hours. So yeah. That's gonna make a big difference.
Jared, if your tires are flat, I didn't do it. I'm just saying, if you just happen to go outside, they won't be slashed. I think if the robber is really nice, but you might just be late to the tournament. What are you gonna do? Damn.
Okay, so we got Eric first, Jared second, Gordon third, and we are gonna move on now to women's. You could have called this middleweight or light heavyweight because there was a middleweight and a light heavy.
Yeah, and that's another hard one.
It was supposed to be 3 girls, but Christina from San Diego wasn't able to make it, and it was an important thing she was doing. We like seeing her. I love her to death.
She's just a really happy ray of sunshine.
But it happened. So we only had 2, but there were 2 new girls from Dallas. Sisters. I like when family gets involved.
Yeah, and they both, dude, they both don't dick around. I mean, like I was saying the weekend before, Corey had a big day Gecko, and that I had seen them in pictures, but we got to see them in action, and they did not disappoint. And and even outside of the ring, I just like their personality. They're super polite, really like just just fun, beautiful country girls through and through. And I was like teasing them a little bit, and they were giving it right back to me. I said, okay, all right, I like you. And just kind of welcoming them into sumo life. And they are all about it. And God, did Corey get a great addition. And it's funny that two of them came in as two of the greats, are on the bench for a little bit. I don't say are out.
On the bench for a little bit.
Yeah, they're on the bench. That's all. That's I got to keep reiterating that they are making the future.
Yes,
They are
that idea.
producing
But
the
yeah,
future.
so the Jones sisters. There's Caitlin Jones, who I think is a middleweight.
No,
and,
Caitlin's a light heavy.
Oh,
She was right there at the top, just like a pound under heavyweight.
oh,
Wait, which
no,
one?
no,
Wait,
no, 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 no. Caitlin
or is that?
the smaller one. The Caitlin's the smaller one.
Oh, I kept calling the other one
Natalie
Caitlin.
is the
Whoops.
bigger one.
Sorry.
One that looks like she lifts weights every day. That's
Oh, okay. Women's lightweight.
that's Natalie. She's the one who's definitely light heavy, and hopefully stays in there. Because she can throw some light heavy girls around, I think.
Who else would she? Let's say nationals. The light heavy sister. All she has now, because Mariah's kind of MIA. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be basically her versus Christina at nationals,
Yeah.
unless again we have
unless-
another unicorn just pops up out of nowhere.
Or if Nicole finds a way to drop that last 20 pounds and get there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She's very light for a heavyweight, and
I know. She belongs in like her frame, minus
some
this
assets
area.
she has. Yes.
Her frame says light heavy, and do
But
some
that would be
push-ups,
it.
girl.
If we had those three girls, dang.
Yeah.
Right? At nationals, if they showed up for nationals like that.
Shit, if Nicole dropped down to light heavy, it'd be a wrap. She'd probably until maybe other Jones' sister like bulks up a little bit more. Or yeah, Nicole would probably just dominate for a while.
I don't know. Christina beat her at Cowboys Cup.
Oh
So
yeah.
That might have been the heat. She might have just been like, whatever.
That's right. And Christina is used to fighting. Christina actually fought for a while she was like right there, like at a pound at light heavy or heavy.
That's what I matter. She was like one in the 190s, and
so she's used to fighting the big girls.
And and Nicole's like 200. So I thought that at your nationals in Austin, that's when I was like, if you two girls could drop the light heavy, it'd just be y'all two killing each other. That's it.
I'm curious,
I still think that.
What is 170?
177 is I think the limit at the.
For crap, I literally always forget this. Because women, I mean, the gaps for women, I don't know. It's kind of annoying because like homegirl, the bigger sister from Dallas, she's kind of teetering between heavy and light heavy, and I'm like, there is no way in possible hell that you should be a heavyweight.
No,
like, and
no. So I think heavy should start around 200 pounds for women, but it doesn't.
So let's see, 170 in kilograms. Sorry, I have the chart up, but I also I only have it up in kilograms. kg to lbs. All right. I'm just curious, and you'll see what I'm about to say right now, because I want to give a shout out. 77. Yeah, that puts her right in the middle of light heavy. Ooh, snap.
Yeah, I said 177 is where it is.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, it's
I
right
know
in the
because
middle.
I've been trying to get Nicole to drop to that, but it's hard when you're walking around where it seems to be around 200 pounds. It's hard to drop 3 pounds.
True. Well, I would say there is a new girl that showed up this Sunday because she saw the Consulates Cup and she messaged us. She's a Japanese American girl born and raised in here in Austin. And she wrestled in high school. Actually, she wrestled on Ben's high school's rival team. She's about the same age as Ben, 20, 23, 24,
Nice.
something like that. And girl is yoked like a slimmer version of Arrows, and she was not playing around. So please be looking for her. Her name is Maya. She was a sweetheart and like a quick shit talker. So I was like, oh, all right, I like it, but in a positive way. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. She got, she wants to learn. So that's awesome.
So in the light heavy, Natalie got all three in the round robin to take
Yeah.
gold in that. Kaylin got silver. Kaylin was really, really good. It's just that she has a weight difference that Natalie's going to win most of the time right now.
Men's
It
heavy.
was fun to watch. Everybody got really excited. So we're going to move on to men's heavyweight at this point, which was it the biggest pull of guys? I know lightweight tried to.
Actually, no, I think men's lightweight took it. Men's lightweight had 13 and men's heavyweight. Oh, no.
14, 15.
15. Holy smokes.
Still, you got close.
I know. I tried, but I mean, there was goodness. I remember seeing when people were signing up, it was just an obscene amount of lightweights that signed up. And I think it was only 13 because Javon couldn't make it last minute. He had worked till like 6 a.m. the night before. I was like, yeah, you're gonna come in here like a zombie. So other than him and yeah. And what's his name? Oh, and Khalil. Khalil didn't make it in heavy. He had
So
Khalil and Sean Jackson.
dropped out in heavy too.
Yeah. So I mean, even though we have been one of the biggest tournaments this year, it could have been even bigger.
Could have been even bigger.
Would have been awesome.
So so a few things I want to touch on before we get there with the heavyweights is some of the cool things was that like I felt bad for my fellow Mighty Eagle guy Paul Mitchell, who luck of the draw in the brackets hit Kyle Federer as the first match, and he is not at that level whatsoever yet. Paul isn't. So he just got dominated by Kyle because Kyle is the top of the tops in heavyweights. Or like it's Kyle, Robert, Jose, the De La Torre.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, you're gonna lose. I told him beforehand when we saw the brackets, I was like, yeah, you're probably gonna lose. I don't want to put that in your head, but it's just the fact right now, you're not there yet. You just started a few months ago. You just got better balance now. I'm excited that you have your balance, but you're not to that point, dude.
So Kyle Federer, jeez Louise, that guy.
So good. He's
so good.
And he just keeps getting better.
Apparently he's really good at arm wrestling.
Yeah, I heard that.
I
wish I was there to try it, but no, I did that after I left Sake&Sumo.
Yeah, I don't know how, I don't know when it started. But someone started arm wrestling, and then there was like 3 arm wrestling competitions going on at each table. I think I looked over and fucking Corey's over there arm wrestling Trent Sabo. I tried to arm wrestle Kyle Federer, and I was like, Kyle, it's not fair. Let me use 2 hands. And he beats me even though I have 2 hands. I was like, you're just fucking I don't know, your strength. Some people are just crazy strong. I feel like even if I lifted weights for an entire year, like I would never, or like, I don't know, even 5 years or something, I would probably never even match his strength. Some people just genetically have it deeper in them to get that, to get that strong.
Yeah, trust me, I know. The Backus boys are like that too. We were just stupid strong even before we started working out and shit. It's just people are like that. I mean, you've met my brother Casey.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Strong, right? Just some people are just strong. So the heavyweights were just going at it. Funny thing is, Sean and Khalil, who both weren't there, were supposed to meet in the first round. So
I know
we
that
had
would
to
have
do
been
some
just
weird
a
thing there to
slap
keep that
fest.
going. That would have been fun to watch. In the second round, the non-loss brackets, I got to meet Ben Marquez,
And Marquez, yes,
who
sir.
from Dark Circle Sumo, who after that match,
He bested
I
you.
was stupid enough not to try moving or getting to his side like I will, because in my defense, beforehand, I could get underneath him and power him out.
Right.
His skill has gotten too good. He didn't let me stand him up because he grabbed my belt, so I couldn't stand him all the way up. And then he got his legs in the right spot, and he even
And
hopped
just
me.
kept
If he
moving.
didn't start hopping, I probably could have turned him. But he started hopping. He out sumoed me,
Yeah.
and it just lit a fire into me. And he is. I have to beat him now. Not because I fucking dislike him. I love the guy.
No, and he loves you, and he's just like this can only make us better.
There's those guys on top that I haven't reached yet. The Kyle, the Del Torres, the Robert, and the Jose. I haven't reached them. So me and Ben need to get, and Ben hasn't reached them either. We need to get to that point. So we have to push each other until we get to that point.
Yep.
And so Ben, fuck yeah, man. I love that you have become so much better.
He now I to his defense, and you could probably see me on camera. He almost beat Angel. That was that match where he kind of hurt his ankle, his knee. His knee's fine, but he's like, I started like right when I saw, holy shit, Ben is about to win, and I restrained myself fairly well throughout the tournament.
Really? You want me to show you the video of him beating me? I can show you that one where you jumped up.
I'm sorry. I'm a proud coach, and
restrain yourself.
I was
have a photo. Go look at my Instagram of me fighting Ben, and on this side, there's.
Damn it! I'm sorry.
He almost beat Angel. I actually came close to beating Angel than I ever have before. That comes, I think, Ben because he's become a badass. Me, it's because I fought Angel like 6 or 7 times now.
Yeah,
I haven't beat him in a tournament yet, but I'm starting to get there. I feel like I can find a way now.
Yeah, you're pulling that edge off of him. Yeah, that's good. Everybody, you have your target set. He knows he's got a target on his back, and everybody's inching closer to him. And now either he steps it up and moves the goalpost, or somebody's going to score a goal on him. So we'll see. And he is quite the lover of Texas, and we appreciate him.
Yeah, he comes to like all our tournaments pretty much.
Yeah, and that much respect, much respect.
So
him and his brother Gil,
great. And his brother, their other brother came to lightweights, didn't he?
Javier.
Great. Yeah, he did so much better than he did in nationals. He looked like he's been training and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can also give Javier a little shit. You see, I bought this beautiful Del Toro shirt, and I said, and his brother Gil said, get the biggest shirt you can. We have some 4 or 5Xs. Get
Backyard Dojo.
Well, he didn't get the 4 or 5Xs. He came back with a 3X for me, which
he wanted you to have like that Family Guy.
You're saying Caleb lose some fucking weight. I get that. I see that. I appreciate you calling me out.
No, what he's doing is saying he wanted to see you with like a midriff, like what's his name from Family Guy. He's just like, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
But in the second chance brackets, after Ben had lost, the second chance brackets had me against my fellow club member Paul Mitchell. That was technically it was the second match because he had 2 buys after that first loss against Kyle.
Oh yeah, he got a little lucky with the buys.
I felt bad. I beat him, and I was like, I'm sorry. I know you had just 2 losses. But you had Kyle first, you had me next. I don't know what to tell you. There's he is good enough to face about half the guys in the tournaments we go to, but he never gets any of them. He never gets the guys that he can fight. He always gets me or Kyle or Angel or someone who's gonna just
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is unfortunate. Like when you're a newcomer, like, and you've got so many actually ranked guys. The way the brackets go, you're at the bottom of the ranking. So therefore, when seeding and bracketing happens, it tends to be round one. Whoever is somewhere sifting along at the bottom is catching heat on on round one.
I understand that. I get that. It just that it seems like then right after he gets someone like me and stuff so far. That's what's happened to him in both of his tournaments. Like his second match is me, and he never gets like a Drew or a Rick or a Bubba, guys that are those guys
little
are
less
good, but
experienced.
they're less experienced, and even if they would beat him, at least he would have like a match with those guys and just wouldn't get.
Right.
And I feel bad. Hopefully the next one, hopefully at the Texas Open, he'll get some people, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun for him. He'll get the match. Maybe he'll get his first win. That'd be nice. He's looking for his first win. And speaking of Rick and Bubba, they also had the second match at that point at the second chance bracket, and it's always fun for brothers to fight each other. It was a fun match.
I had said it before. I would really, and I hope Bubba's watching, Rick and Bubba. I really think frame wise they belong in light heavy.
Especially Bubba.
They're not. Yeah,
Rick
they're
has
not.
that natural stomach. If
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop it. Yeah.
But Bubba like you said, Bubba just
definitely
doesn't belong there. And it's funny to see him in that weight class because I'm like, I can't imagine you're, like 8 pounds off of being in a whole nother weight class. So unless he's got like, titanium for bones or something.
Yeah, and Rick won that match because, like I said, Rick fights like a heavyweight pretty much. He has a lot of technique issues. Like one of his big problems is his arms are up here usually, leaving his pits wide open. Rick, he is strong. He just he's never in the right position, and he needs to work on being in the right position. Up there in Dallas, though, they got some heavyweights, so he'll figure it out, I think. Yeah. So he goes on. I get beat by Angel. Ben comes down, beats Rick, and then we had that awesome Angel and Ben thing where Ben gets hurt in the second rounds, which put him fifth, I think.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. That is fantastic, especially with this level of competition. And so go back to Kyle, who's killing it. Kyle was killing it again until he ran into Gilberto, who Gilberto Del Torre looked better than I've ever seen him sumo wrestle.
He killed. He killed.
He was on that day. It's one of those days where, as an athlete, you're like in the zone, and you were just freaking on, and that's what he was that day. And he beat Kyle. Kyle came down to beat Angel. Angel ended up with third. Kyle goes back up to face Gil again. Gil wins again. This was a problem with a lot of heavyweights. I do it. I told you I kind of do that. Did that with Ben, and Kyle was doing that with Gil. When you're running someone big, really big and strong,
and tall,
you want to overpower them instead of moving around and trying to get a good angle. And especially with heavyweights, because most of the guys, me and Kyle and other heavyweights, we just push out of the ring. And then when you get someone you can't do that to, you still try. And
you gotta think like a lightweight, sir.
That's what Kyle wasn't doing. He was trying to power Gil. He wasn't trying to get him into position and throw him and stuff. He was trying to outpower Gil.
Yeah.
Gil is a mountain. We said that a lot in heavyweights, but there is no heavyweight, in my opinion, right now that's more of a mountain than Gil. Gil is a giant man. He's giant.
Yes. He's a giant teddy bear.
So that's what we had in heavyweight men's. We had gold, Gil, silver, Kyle, bronze.
Yeah, bronze was Angel. Yep.
Yeah,
all right. On to heavyweight women. Miss Kellyanne came in and showed out and did a damn fine job. I do want to give a huge shout out to Miss Alicia, who just literally in the ring, like, came out of her cocoon like a mighty Mothra. And I was like, as I shit you not, like, I've never seen, she's such a sweetheart. And in practice, she tends to be a little bit, a little bit more passive. She has blossomed out of the cocoon into Mighty Mothra, taking down, like, or try, attempting to and give some serious matches to Miss Godzilla, Kellyanne. So I like, and now, I mean, she is just on it. She's like, can't wait for practice. Like, if anybody wants to practice, outside of Wednesday and Sunday, I'm totally down. Like, I'm loving who this person is right now, and so look for her to really really ramp it up, and trying to bring, trying to have solid heavies at the nationals. Hopefully, Miss Arrow's fingers fine, and would love her to come to practice. But and then yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
I want to bring up real quick because she brought up herself. Nicole Burgess, who usually dominates and still probably going to win Texas State Championship, even though she had a bad performance because she was way ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
She had a terrible day at heavyweights, and she has mentioned herself she wasn't trying hard in practice. She wasn't putting in any work. And so when she showed up and she was coming off the Tachi really high, she wasn't moving her feet. She just got beat.
Yeah, that's the practice like you do in practice the way you want to fight in competition. And I know you had mentioned, oh man, Nicole's kind of, a little bit lackluster. She's just been kind of, doing all right in practice.
Yeah.
But and it showed, because these girls were not playing around. I think that, let me see.
Alicia got her second.
Alicia pulled a win on her.
Yeah, and the first one was against Esty, who, that's a good thing, because doing the opposite. Esty has been working her butt off lately, and it showed too. Like, she gets low now, like way lower than I used to see her get, and she pushes really hard. She's been working really hard, and it freaking showed.
Yeah.
She is coming up in the world. I'm telling you, heavyweight girl, she's coming.
Because she beat Nicole, then got beat by Kellyanne, but then back at Alicia, beat Alicia, and bumped it right up to like for a Kellyanne win, but still is getting a lot more fearless off the Tachi eyes.
Yeah.
Like I this crop right now, Jackie Savage, Alicia, and Esty are, for the heavies, are really just killing it. And I'm happy that there's such camaraderie. Like, I mean, if you could see some, a lot of the motivational stuff that we, and the camaraderie that we have on the Dark Circle team in the chats, it's just phenomenal. Like, I just watching everybody be like, yo, let's, and outside of the ring, just hanging out and stuff. And we love, everybody loves to eat, so we all, we go eat, and we go have drinks after practice and just talk about life stuff. And it's becoming a really solid team of newcomers who are now, after a tournament, the light bulb is on, and I'm happy. I'm a happy, proud Oyakata.
So we ended up with, as you could probably figure out, Kelly first, Esty second.
Yep.
But we're gonna move on to
and Alicia third.
Alicia third, and we're gonna move on to men's open, which is the only thing Justin fought in that whole night. We were running behind time because it took a little while for the youth division, because we had to get people in at that point in time,
and actually get Mawashi's on them.
And then right as soon as we were about to start, that's when even more kids showed up, and we were like, I wish you showed up earlier, but we're not going to say no. So
Yeah.
bunch of time, so we were a little behind. So we went down to a single elimination in men's open, which is, uh, uh, I got a bye on my first one because Ben was supposed to be my first match, which would have been great. I would love to face Ben again, but he had, like we said, knee injury, and I lost to Eric, who poked me in the eye, not on purpose, obviously.
How was that Shiner?
Crazy things happen to me in rings, and I don't stop. Like, I've been hurt pretty bad. Even a toenail came off once, and I just keep going. I don't think about it. When he hit me, and then his hand slipped up, and his finger poked me in the eye. It was actually this one right here. It was really nasty, bruised and stuff. My entire body went no, and just kind of shut down. If you watch the match, you'll see it. The first shot. Second shot was about
no.
That's when he got me in the eye. And the third shot, he hit me, and I'm just like flying, hitting the ground. And I took a while for me to get up. I was just like, my entire body. I guess it's my eyes. They're just like, no, we're done. Someone came at your eye. We're done. Oh, Eric was good. I'm not saying I would have won because Eric was on that day. He ended up second in the open. He was freaking, I think, right? Like third or second.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I got my first round with the third place light heavy, Mr. Gordon Cooper. And again, like for these brackets, like for open, I just mix it up. So I don't really, I'm like, and I ended up getting Gordon winning my first one. Second round, I looked and I said, oh, Kyle's like, I got you next. And I was like, fuck. And he, I think every lightweight has tried the same thing with the leg thing with him.
No.
And so he knew I was coming for it. And he got 2 underhooks.
Yeah.
As I'm reaching for his leg and like literally pulls me back, and I was like, oh no. I mean, his pure strength. I think I got the leg, but he pried me off of his leg and then proceeds to like just fucking flick me like a quarter. And I was like, cool. That's it.
My only win against Kyle came with the first Consulate Cup. I didn't get to face him with this one.
Oh.
But when I beat him in the first Consulate Cup, he was still pretty new to this shit. So we were around the same level.
Yeah.
Since then, it's just a thing. I feel like I haven't been working hard, but if you're young when you work hard, you're old and you work hard, your jumps and ability are so much bigger when you're young. He has so outclassed me. I could tell when I faced him in Dallas at the Cowboy Cup, I was like, oh, he has gotten so good. He's gotten so freaking good at this. Kyle's amazing.
I mean, I will. Well, no.
We had a funny moment where JJ, who I was expecting to do really well in the lightweights in his first match, came off. He had an issue when he comes off his Tachi eyes. He comes off like a track runner, and he's on like on the ball of his the ball and toes of his feet instead of being like on the hill and flat. And he did that, and he slipped, and you see him just slip and fall down on his first match in the Open.
Oh, that's right. To newcomer John David.
Oh, to newcomer John David, that is right.
Yes, John David was he came. John literally came back because I didn't even see the match. All I heard was everybody go, "Oh!" And I was like, and then John gets off and comes to me and was like, "Hey, I won that one."
Dude, yeah, and I noticed what happened because I've noticed JJ doing this stuff, and Trent came up to him because I was about to tell him, and Trent came up to him before I said it and said the same thing. It's like, dude, you got to be flat-footed when you come off. You can't come up off your toes in the box. Yeah, it feels like you go faster. I get it, but you don't have as much control.
Yeah.
You're gonna slip and fall. Oh man, that was great. So who won the Opens? Gil got first.
Yeah.
Eric got second.
Which is also, and Gil again went undefeated.
Yeah.
So he double cupped undefeated, which is nuts. Nobody else did that.
Oh no, that's not completely true. We'll get to that here in a second.
Who?
Kellyanne in women's.
Oh,
I know I had to give it away because that was going to be our next thing.
Shit, my bad.
Before we go to that though, who got third? I can't remember who got third.
Third was Kyle Fairder, who
Fairder.
also got 4-1. So let's move on to the Women's Open.
Was fun because, as I mentioned earlier, Nicole was not happy about her performance in heavy, and she came out and was like, "Okay, I'm going to make up for this." And
came out swinging.
And Kellyanne, like I just mentioned, went undefeated again and got first. She killed it just like Gil. They were killing it. But the surprise thing, and I don't want to go through the whole thing because we've been talking for a while now, but the surprise thing was the Dallas girl, Natalie Jones, ended up at third place.
Yeah.
I really did. If I had to bet before, I would figure Kelly, Nicole, Esty were going to be the top three. And Natalie coming out and beating some heavyweights and getting that third place was so exciting.
I think she did get a bye in round 2 because Christina wasn't there, but Natalie, winning over Esty, then winning over Liesel, getting beat by Kelly, so that put her in the last chance brackets, and then then losing to Nicole Burgess, which Nicole Burgess got second. I would say damn good heart, which is
first and second place. That's it.
Yeah, seriously. That and that is why Sake and Sumo guys really people just gave her the Fighting Spirit prize.
Yeah, we had 3 special awards, and we Sake and Sumo paid for and presented. There were nice certificates. We also gave them black chopsticks with little sumo yokozunas on top.
Yep.
They were given the first 2 were the first one we gave was the Spirit Award, and it was voted on by the judges and the Gojis. They're the ones who voted on these things.
Yes.
And they gave it to Natalie Jones as having the most sumo spirit. That's got to be getting a gold and a bronze and a special award at your very first tournament.
That says a lot.
Good. Holy crap.
That's a lot. She deserved it. She deserved it.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, good job, Miss Jones.
Good job, Miss Jones. So going on to the other 2, a technique went to Raja, North Carolina's Eric. And if you watched him, you understand why. Because he would like to comes off and he likes to push and stuff. And then he'll come in and wrestle you too. He has him and Jarrett Tadlock have a lot of different techniques, and they're fun to watch.
They have excellent technique. Both of them ex-wrestlers.
Yes.
And then
the outstanding performance.
Oh, outstanding performance. Jesus.
And to the guy who I don't think anyone disagreed with this one. Edibo got the outstanding performance.
Yeah.
A bunch of Team USA guys to get gold. He did really well in Open too.
He cleaned house.
He was fantastic. He
cleaned house. I think I think in open weight, he had a chance to go up against Joseph Ponsetto again and still had an answer for him. I was like, damn, okay, that says a lot. So again, Joseph Ponsetto being the 2022 gold medalist.
2022
national champ in lightweight. So I just wanted to see if the first one was a fluke, and it wasn't. I was like, damn. And then again, I think they went again at the US Open the following weekend. And
I missed lightweights. I was at work when lightweights were happening.
Yeah.
I think it started light heavy. So
it was awesome. There was an awesome time all the way around. Just amazing competitors.
Party hard at Texas Sake afterwards.
Good Lord. We won't talk too much about it, but it was.
We were partying so hard, me and Justin barely talked to each other the entire night.
Like everybody, usually for after parties, like half the people come. Literally everybody came. Yeah. And I think even my staff, like the guys, the guy Michael that does all the kitchen stuff and all the and just the staff was like, holy shit. Our other bartender, Pete, like I was gonna be there to just hang out, but there was no way I was gonna leave him hanging. And so half the night I spent actually working. And then I would try to bounce around and have conversation, but I don't know. I love you still. I'm like, Caleb's right down the street, so I can
Well, hour and a half is not really right down the street.
in Texas time, you're right down the street.
Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see here. Yeah, we were partying. There were some cool photos up from
his name is David Rios.
David Rios.
David Rios had a gallery showing.
A gallery showing. They were pretty good. I liked them a lot.
Yeah, you're in 2 of the pictures, good ones, really good ones.
Sold the one I was gonna buy. I don't know who bought it, but it was me throwing my little brother Casey at the Met. I think it was the Met. No. It was Texas Classic.
Texas Classic.
It was the one earlier this year.
Yeah. I went ahead and bought the one of me throwing Andrew. And
I wanted me to throw. Think about okay. You have a brother. Think if you had a photo like that.
Oh, I know.
Your brother came over, you could just go.
Every Christmas or Thanksgiving, just like have it front and center.
If you watch the Texas Classic, I did that to him, and then the first round the Open, we fought each other, and he knocked me down so hard I flopped like a fish on the floor. So it's not like we were literally 1-on-1 against each other, but it's such a good photo of him like halfway in the air, and I'm like throwing him. I would love to know who bought it because I have no idea.
I do not know, but I just know that in the middle of this what's his name. David was like, "Oh, can you put a sold sign on this one?" I was like, "What? Damn, okay, cool."
It was a good photo, so I'm not surprised. The only thing I thought was better photo was the Liesel and Ari photo, which I felt bad.
That's a nice one.
Go to work and watch her get turned over by Liesel.
It is a good one.
Yeah, but
all right,
we had a really good time. I am finishing my drink right now.
I finished mine a while ago, but
yeah, I'm gonna finish mine. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I do have a little left. A little bit of Bailey's.
Thank you for joining us here on Sake&Sumo. We will be back pretty soon because we have, if you don't know, September Basho is going on right now. And so in like less than 2 weeks, you'll have another episode from us. We will try then after that to do something because someone's going to Japan at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Man, who is that, Justin? Who's going to Japan to have a good time?
I'm going to Japan. Pew, pew, pew.
If we can find out a way, we might do a Zoom call while he's in Japan and do a little episode then. With no promises. No promises.
I mean, it would be like, it probably wouldn't be your daytime because right now it's like 4 a.m.
Okay, you don't think I would wake up or stay awake to do something like that?
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
All right, have a great day, guys.
All right.
Get your sumo on.
Peace.